The wedding invitation trembled in my hands as I stared at the name that shouldn't have been there. Among family, friends, and distant relatives was someone unexpected, her ex. My fiancé had invited him, and despite my unease, I had swallowed my discomfort, convincing myself it was harmless. But nothing could have prepared me for what she would say in front of everyone. It started weeks before, while we were finalizing the guest list. We had been sitting together on the couch, papers scattered across the coffee table. She had been checking off names, reading them aloud, and I had been nodding absent-mindedly until she said his name. My entire body tensed, but I forced myself to remain calm. "You're inviting him?" I asked, trying to sound neutral. She looked at me with a soft smile, as if she had already expected the question. "He's a big part of my past," she said. "We were together for years, and we ended on good terms. It would feel wrong not to invite him." I hesitated. Something about it didn't sit right with me, but I didn't want to seem insecure. "Are you sure that's a good idea?" She sighed and reached for my hand. "I love you. This is about celebrating us. He's just a guest, nothing more." I wanted to believe her. I wanted to trust that she had truly moved on. So, against my better judgment, I nodded and let it go. The wedding day arrived in a blur of excitement, nerves, and endless preparations. Everything was perfect, at least on the surface. Guests filled the venue, their laughter and chatter blending into the soft music playing in the background. My fiancée looked breathtaking in her wedding dress, her eyes shining with something I wanted to believe was pure happiness. But then came the moment that changed everything. During the reception, she stood up to give a speech. I watched her with admiration, my heart swelling with love as she spoke about our journey, our future. And then, her eyes drifted to him. "You were the love of my life," she said. A hush fell over the room. My breath caught in my throat. My fingers tightened around my glass, my knuckles turning white. She continued, seemingly unaware of the weight of her words. "You taught me so much about love, about heartbreak. And because of that, I'm the woman I am today, standing here, ready to marry the most incredible man." Applause filled the room, but all I could hear was the pounding of my heart. The words replayed in my mind, each repetition more painful than the last. If he was the love of her life, then what was I? The safe choice? The second-best option? I forced a smile, played my part, but inside, I felt something shift. Doubt crept in like a slow-moving storm, dark and consuming. The night carried on, but I was only half present. I watched her dance, laugh, and celebrate, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I had just witnessed something I wasn't supposed to see. Later, as we lay in bed, I finally found the courage to ask, "Did you mean it?" She turned to me, her eyes heavy with exhaustion. "Mean what?" "That he was the love of your life." For a moment, she said nothing. Then she sighed. "It's complicated," she admitted, "but I love you. I chose you." Her words felt like a hollow reassurance. Love shouldn't be a choice between first and second place. As I stared at the ceiling, the truth settled in my chest like a stone. Maybe it wasn't me who needed to be making a choice. Maybe, for my own self-respect, I needed to walk away.